Allow me to read to you a story passed down by the scholars in the Lesser Kingdom of Hyrule. There was a time when the Demon King Ganon led his army of monsters to invade Hyrule and take possession of the Triforce of Power, one of three parts of a powerful relic aptly named the Triforce. Knowing full well Ganon's intentions, the reigning Princess Zelda divided her part of the Triforce of Wisdom, into 8 pieces and hid them by scattering the shards all across the kingdom. In secret, she ordered her nursemaid Impa to seek out the one who holds the final part of the Triforce, the bearer of the Triforce of Courage. For it is only the one that holds the Triforce of Courage that can defeat the Demon King. Ganon, angered by Zelda's actions, captured her and sent his army to hunt for Impa. Despite a cabal of demons and monsters hounding her, Impa continued her search. But alas, she eventually became surrounded by Ganon's underlings. But just when all seemed lost, a boy named Link appeared. Using his wits, he threw Ganon's army into confusion, and within the panic, rescued Impa. Impa explained everything to Link, and he decided to set out to defeat Ganon and rescue Zelda. Here is the rest of that story. Hey everybody, it's Smash Bro, and welcome to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda. A timeless action-adventure series that paved the way for many other games in the industry. As always, I'm just going to register my name as Smash, and once that's done, we'll get a move on. Alright, kicking things off, not much. There's a cave here, so let's go see what's in it. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. No, I'm not voicing any of these people that we encounter in caves, because I have no sense of voice acting. Here's our menu. We've got nothing. Let's go see if we can find some stuff. First things first, what we got inside that cave was a wooden sword, which we could fight these enemies with. What we killed were Octoroks. They kind of pace around the screen, and every now and then will shoot rocks at us. We started off with a sword, and we can actually deflect some of them if we actually angle ourselves properly. I don't know every enemy name. You're not an enemy I remember, because I think the enemy I want to name you is actually another enemy later on. So I'm gonna have to look that up. Damn it. Something else that your sword has is a blade beam, but you need to be at full health in order to use it. And just like that, we've already encountered our first dungeon, or levels as they're called in this game. We'll get more into that later. These enemies, I remember, they're called keys. And they give us a key! Gabe's pointing out the puns, so I don't have to. Even though I did it anyway. Over here, we've got some Stelphos. They'll just kind of pace around, and I honestly see them as, like, the most basic enemy you can have in a dungeon, but I think they only appear in this dungeon and this dungeon alone. We picked up a clock. Not only will that make us flash, so seizure warning. It'll also stop all enemies on screen, or within that room. One thing I've noticed, however, is that it usually ends up happening when there's, like, only one enemy left. So it's not as useful. Or the last enemy is the one that drops a clock, which means it's virtually unusable. So there's that. Got more Stalfos. And they dropped, what is called What? What we got is a rupee. That's our currency for this game. They come in bundles of either 1 or 5, but there may be more than one way to get just 1 or 5 rupees, though. Here we got little slimes. I want to say these are choo-choos, but I don't actually know if choo-choos were even in this game. I know there's some other slime enemies later on in the game, but I don't think they're called, choo-choos. They're called something else. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Okay. I don't think that's a... That hint isn't going to help us here, but it may help us later down the line. More slimes. We got something on the floor. We now have the map to the dungeon. This map, or this dungeon, is referred to as the Eagle. I don't know why it's called the Eagle. I never saw it as an eagle. I always saw it as a lamp. But they're the designers, not me. Unless the bottom part's supposed to be the talon, where we are supposed to be the wing, and then the other area is supposed to be the beak. Then I could see it. These guys, I also forgot their names, but they will throw boomerangs at you. Let's be extra careful, because these spikes will actually hurt us. Push that block to reveal a secret. Getting one of the most satisfying secret finding fanfares ever. Also, you got the thing. That thing was that sound bit was an original part of this game. What we picked up is a bow. Using it, we could shoot arrows. If we had any. You get bows, but you don't get arrows in this dungeon at all, so it's virtually unusable to us. But we at least have the dungeon item. Let's use our last key, and move on to the next room. For more of you guys. Just stay here now that I've got the blade beam back. Oh! That's also a new item. They dropped bombs. But they also dropped a boomerang. Now we can also throw a boomerang. That boomerang will stun enemies. Unfortunately, I don't think they stun these enemies. These enemies, I do remember, they're wall masters. If one of them gets a hold of you, you'll be sent back to the beginning of the dungeon. Luckily for us, the clock was actually there, which means for once the clock was actually useful. Let's get rid of you, get that fairy, and then finally encounter the boss of this dungeon, Aquamentus! They'll stay in place throwing or tossing these lasers or balls at you. Doesn't take too many hits, about 5 or 6. Once you beat it, you get a heart piece, and you make it to the Triforce. We've already completed the first dungeon of this game. And on that note, next time on The Legend of Zelda, we press onward with our new items, and see what spoils we can get from them. See you guys then.